Dad, when are we doing this next video?
I don't
Do it
know.
soon.
I don't know if we'll be able to do it before we leave. I got a lot of work to do. I got a meeting tomorrow. I got some yard work I got to do. Got to pack yet.
Alright, well I think we should try to get it out before we leave in a couple of days.
Well, I have been thinking of a way to practice taking dark ride shots. And that's supposed to be the subject of our next video.
What are dark ride shots?
Dark ride like Pirates of the Caribbean, Splash Mountain.
How are you gonna do it?
Well, I've been thinking of a way, but we're gonna need some help.
Where's Tony?
Tony! Come here, please. Come here.
What?
We need your help.
What?
We're gonna do some filming.
Gosh.
Okay?
I guess.
All right, Tony, I want you to turn the light on. Turn it on. Very good. Now, have it shine up onto your face. Yeah, like that. That's perfect, okay?
Why are you making me do this?
Because you're like gonna be an audio animatronic in like Splash Mountain. Okay? And just keep shining until we tell you to stop.
Mark my words, Brer Rabbit's gonna put his foot in Brer Fox's mouth one of these days.
Okay, so how did I get that photo of Tony in the dark? Well, smartphone's just not going to do it. Very difficult to get shots in the dark ride with a smartphone. I used my camera with a fast lens, a 55mm, and an ISO of, the ISO shot went off was 12,800. Very dark in that gauntlet I set up. I imagine in Pirates of the Caribbean or Splash Mountain, probably be able to shoot at ISO 1600 or 3200. And I shot at 1/160th of a second. You have to have your shutter speed fast enough to freeze the action. Because not only is the subject moving, but you're moving as well through the ride. You got to test and experiment. Because if I've been able to get shots off at decent shots in dark rides at like 1/60th of a second. So you kind of have to experiment with that. If your lens isn't quite as fast as a 1.8, you may have to drop down to like 1/60th of a second. But technique is also very important, and that may allow you to shoot at a slower shutter speed. And what I mean by technique is you shouldn't be shooting like this, because that introduces instability. Especially if you're moving, you could be bumped or the ride's rocking. You want to have your elbows close to your body, create a base of your body, make your body almost like a tripod. So there's less instability. You want to be solid and stable. So if you're shooting through your viewfinder, shoot like this. If you want to use your back panel, you can have your hands out a little bit, keep them tight, your elbows in and tight, and that makes your shot a lot steadier. Maybe you can get a shot off at a slower shutter speed. Another trick is you can use burst shooting, like you're shooting sports. Don't be too annoying to the other people in the ride. Speaking of that, one big no in dark rides, one big no-no is flash photography. You do not use flash photography in dark rides. First of all, the picture is not going to come out that great. The lighting is going to be completely different than the way the ride was designed, and it's going to be very annoying for your passengers with you or anyone around you in the ride. So no flash photography. So to recap, you really need a fast lens. This is a 1.8. Been able to get decent shots using an f2.8 lens. Get your shutter speed fast enough to freeze all the movement, not only the movement of your target, but also the movement as you're moving through the ride. And your ISO has to be cranked up as well. That's about it. It's fun, it's challenging. What I will say from experience is don't forget to enjoy the ride. Sometimes we get so caught up in photography part of it that we actually spend too much time fiddling around with the controls and forget to actually enjoy the ride. One of the things I really like about Disney World as a photographer is the many challenging opportunities it presents. Last video we talked about fireworks. Dark ride shots are another challenge. It's a lot of fun. try to be able to capture that shot. It does take some skill and some knowledge of your cameras. Please leave some comments below if you have any, or some questions. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Thanks.